Hey guys, so today I'm going to be playing and showing y'all what my very first Easy Demon was. And you might have wondered this at one point, you might not have. I'm just going to show y'all just so that y'all know, just for pure interest. Now, you might be thinking that something like the Nightmare, or the Lightning Road, or X, Death Moon, any of those, Platinum Adventure. But no. My very first Easy Demon was actually probably a little bit harder than those at the time of it coming out. Now, I don't know when it came out because, well, I haven't been in this community, like, for very long. But my very first Easy Demon was, drumroll please, Speed Racer. And yes, this might surprise you, it might not. I know that it definitely did surprise some of my friends because I would ask them, like, I don't know, oh, what was your first Easy Demon? And then they would ask me what was mine, and I would say guess, and then they would guess, Lightning Road, The Nightmare, and one of my friends' first Easy Demon was actually The Nightmare, and you would think that that would be my first, but it was actually this level, Speed Racer. Now, this level did take me a while to beat, mainly because I wasn't trying to beat it consistently. I was just playing it every now and then, just seeing how far I could get, and then I would eventually beat it. So, it wasn't like oh, I want to try to beat this as soon as possible. It was just like let me see, I'm gonna just play this, and maybe one day I'll just beat it randomly. And the part that I died the most actually was right here, and I just died there. We don't think about that. So I would die there a lot, and then I would also die at the ship part right after that a lot too. Now, I should be able to beat this level this video. I don't know. Maybe not. But let's go ahead and talk through the process of how long it took me to beat this. So this level took me a couple months to beat because, like I said, I wasn't practicing it consistently, and then I was also playing other Easy Demons too to see which one I would beat first. Now at this point, I hadn't been Club Step, Toe 2, or Deadlocked. I was not that skilled yet, and I think at Deadlock, the most I'd had at this point was to the first ship, and I just couldn't make it past that. It was like the hardest thing in the world for me. And this is the part that I used to always die at. Right there. That's the part that I would die at so many times, you don't even know. I would die at it every time I play it, and every time I'd get that far, no matter what I did, I would always die there. Now, one day, I made it past it, and I was like, okay, wait a second. Maybe I actually do stand a chance at this. Which is then that I actually started practicing it more when I started practicing it a little bit more. And then I'd practice it like maybe a couple times a day, and then the next day something again, until I got a little bit further. And then I was like, hold on a second, I can actually beat this right now. So then I spent an hour looking at YouTube videos, seeing what they were doing to try to get past it, seeing what was ahead that I hadn't seen yet. I was trying to find everything that I could to try to beat this level. I was so excited, I was like, hold on a second, I'm about to beat my first Easy Demon. This is gonna be so great. And then I died in the ship again, but it was further. And at that point, I didn't care, because all I knew was, oh my god, I'm getting further, maybe I can actually do this. So I kept on practicing. Then I got to the UFO part, and I was like, hold on a second, I can do this. And then I died at the last key part, and I was devastated. I was like, I'm never getting back here again. This never happening. I'm never gonna be a demon. This is a lost hope. That's what I was thinking the entire time. I was defeated. But I somehow didn't give up, and I kept on practicing it, which then led me to beating it. Now, I will say, I would be playing the actual completion on screen right now if I had it, but, you know, I didn't exactly have a PC. I was just a mobile player at the time. So, that wasn't really an option for me. So, sadly, the record of me beating it for the first time is lost. But, at the end of the video, I will reenact it to my best ability. Now, in my opinion, this level has one of the easiest coins ever, and somehow, I only discovered the coin a little bit before I beat it. I didn't even know that this coin existed for who knows how long. Right there, like, I didn't even take it much, because I didn't even know that was a pathway that way you would just die. And that ball part that I just passed up to, I would die at so much, it wasn't even funny. And this part, I struggled to beat also. Pretty much this entire level, when it got to the drop, I would struggle with. Now, the part that I probably died the most at of anything else is after getting to past this part, if I'm not going to be bad at the game. This part I would die at so much right here too because I didn't have the best ship control. So I would constantly be bumping into the spike and dying or whatever. And then this part, when I first got to this part, I remember it being like a death sentence for me. Like, no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, I could just not make it past it. It didn't matter. And then one day, I kept on going. I kept on going. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna die here. But then I kept on going. And right here is when I started to panic. I was like, don't die. And then I died right there. And my heart just sank for a second. Because it was the first that I had made it in... I don't even know how long it was. It's because that's how long it's been since I first beat this level. But I always remember that ship part right there, plus this duel part, just felt like the hardest thing in the world. And this part was relatively simple up until I got to this point, as I said. Then I got back to the ship, and I was like, alright, I have to do this. And then I got to the UFO. Now, this UFO scared me so much because I thought it was going to be the most difficult thing in the world. Now, when I saw this ship part right here, I got so scared because I was like, wait a second, what do I do? What do I do? Now, if there's anything that terrified me the most, and yes, I am using no clip, it was that ship part purely because, not ship part, that ball part, because of how memory based it was. Now, I will say, out of all of the easy demons ever, like the Nightmare Lightning Road, this is actually one level that I would actually consider a demon in the current time too. Like, you see the Nightmare, you see the Lightning Road, you're like, whatever, how are those demons? Like, to a new player, you're like, sure, I'll beat this because it's really easy, but how is this even a demon? Because you see stuff like, I Spy with My Little Eye, Change of Scene, and then you look at those, and you're confused because you see the giant skill gap between these two of the Nightmare being, I don't know, a 7-star, maybe 8. You don't even know what the community was thinking at the time. And this is also what I thought. But then you see this level and you're like, hold on a second. This might actually be something that could be an easy demon. This isn't a insane level like it could be, but it has a slim chance. This is closer to being an easy demon, which is one thing that's special about this level because for being old, it's one of the levels that provides an actual challenge of being a easy demon. And that was my first easy demon. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all later. See ya. Oh my god! No way I did it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! Oh my god!